Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Battle Stadium singles video here on iStarly TV. This is part of my Road to Master series where I try to climb the online ranked Battle Stadium singles ladder. And today we have a brand new team. If you saw my most recent video, I posted a moveset guide for this Lugia set. And so this team of course is featuring that Lugia build, which is max HP, max defense, so nothing crazy, with Calm Mind and a Key Berry. Key Berry, what it does is when you get hit with a physical attack, your defense stat gets boosted by one stage. And so, of course, if we pair that with multi-scale, and Lugia's already pretty high physical defense stat, it means that we can pretty much survive any physical attack from almost any Pokemon, and then we get a defense boost, and that means we're likely to survive physical attacks beyond that point. And then we just start setting up Calm Minds and try to finish the game with a Lugia that just does not die. And I decided to go Terra Normal for this one mainly because, you know, Lugia is weak to ghost types and Normal makes it immune to ghost type moves. And Normal's also a really good typing that covers really nicely with Psychic and Flying. Of course, Normal is only weak to fighting and Psychic and Flying 4 times resists fighting. So, you know, fighting types are probably not going to, or Pokemon with fighting type moves are probably not going to go for them on or against Lugia because they'll do 0 damage, and then I can just terastallize it, you know, and once I've dealt with that fighting type Pokemon, and then Normal just is a really good defensive typing because everything else does neutral damage to it, or, you know, immune zero damage like ghost moves, if that makes sense. And once I'm a normal type, usually, especially once I have more boosts, usually I'm going to be able to survive hits from just about anything. So Koraidon's a big scary one, but as you'll see, you know, we'll talk about some of the other teammates on this team that help out. So yeah, Lugia has multi-scale just like Dragonite, and it's insanely tanky. As I went over in the moveset guide video, of course, check that out if you haven't already. I'll post a link at the end of this video. Lugia does not hit very hard, unsurprisingly. Aeroblast is its signature move, which is 100 base power. I think it's 95% accurate flying type special move, and it has a high critical hit rate, which is kind of cool. So that's a good move, but of course Lugia, again, does not have a great special attack stat, so we've got to do probably a couple Calm Mind boosts before we're really doing too much damage. But yeah, in testing, this Lugia build has been great. Then we've got Choice Banded Dragonite. I've been using this a lot so far in this meta, and I've just found it to be pretty solid. Like, the ability to just go for a powerful extreme speed against a lot of Pokemon, typically finishing those Pokemon after they've taken some damage, has been pretty nice for me. You know, Dragonite, of course, has proven itself as a great Pokemon throughout the entirety of Scarlet and Violet, and this is no different. So, yeah, and we have 2 multi-scale Pokemon on the team, which is kind of fun. And then actually the next Pokemon is, you know, one of the Pokemon I kind of built around as well, which is Espathra. If you've been watching my channel for the duration of Scarlet and Violet Battle Stadium singles, you'll know that I kind of love Espathra. It's probably the Pokemon I love the most, like battle-wise, whose design I hate the most. It's probably the ugliest Pokemon in my opinion that I use frequently, because it's a really good Pokemon. I really like what it does, but I'm not a personal fan of that design. Anyway, so the thing with Espathra, we've got max special attack. I think we have just enough speed to outspeed Calyrex after a speed boost, and then the rest of it is in HP. And the goal with Espathra, of course, is just to, you know, basically spam Lumina Crash, and then baton pass our speed boosts, mainly to Lugia, but if you look at our team, pretty much everything on our team, you know, is happy to get a speed boost, so, or a few. And sometimes what happens is we baton pass a few speed boosts to Lugia, and then Lugia, of course, can survive hits from anything, and then if it's faster than everything, it can just set up Calm Minds, you know, for days, and then just finish the game with, you know, Aeroblast or Psychic Noise. So, yeah, I just love this Espathra set. It's really fun. A lot of the time I lead with it, and like I said, if they don't have a dark type, I can just pretty much spam Lumina Crash against a lot of things, and sometimes it's really hard for them to deal with. It gets pretty scary pretty quickly, honestly. Of course, Lumina Crash is, I think, 80 base power, and it lowers the enemy's special defense by 2 stages. So if you just keep spamming that, you're just doing more and more damage each time. Then we've got Ogerpon Water. This build is not crazy either. It's a max attack adamant nature with just enough speed to once again outspeed Calyrex after a speed boost. The reason I keep using Calyrex as a baseline for the speed is because Calyrex is pretty much the fastest thing in the meta. I mean, there are a couple Pokemon that are faster than Calyrex, but those Pokemon don't see any play. But Calyrex is the fastest Pokemon that sees a lot of play. And so if we outspeed Calyrex, that means we're probably outspeeding everything else as well. Except for Flutter Mane with booster energy. But yeah, so Ogerpon, you know, this is kind of a tankier Ogerpon with a lot of attack. And if we Trailblaze, we will outspeed Calyrex after that. Or if we get Baton past those speed boosts. We've got Trailblaze again to boost our speed. Cudgel, you know, because you always run Cudgel on Ogerpon. Horn Leech because it's good. And then finally Play Rough for coverage. You know, I just felt like the Pokemon that can survive water or grass moves don't maybe enjoy taking a fairy move. For example, something like Koraidon. Koraidon's 4 times weak to Play Rough. If they go Terra Fire, of course, we have the super effective water move. So I feel like we've got a lot of the threats covered with this Ogerpon. Then we've got Flutter Mane, you know, pretty standard booster energy set, 4 attacks. I think I tested with Calm Mind, but I never really used it. But yeah, I mean, you know, you don't really need... Actually, this build is from Smogon, and it's a little bit tankier. I think we've got a good amount of special attack, but then we have some defense investment so that we can survive. I think Sucker Punch from Chien-Pao, which is pretty important. And then we've got the max speed with booster energy. The last Pokemon is another Pokemon that I really, really love, and I love running this Pokemon with Espathra. It's just an awesome Pokemon, and that is Galarian Zapdos, or Galarian Zapdos. Galarian Zapdos is great. I love it. So this build, it has max attack, just enough speed per usual, the usual speed investment to outspeed Calyrex and everything else after a speed boost, and then the rest in HP just to be a little tankier. Now, I chose Zapdos mainly because I felt like one of the Pokemon that would kind of throw a big wrench into the game plan that I was trying to employ with Espathra spamming Luminacrash in the beginning is, of course, Dark-type Pokemon, and the most notable one I thought of was Ting-Lu, and I just thought Zapdos seems like a great counter to Ting-Lu. You know, we can Thunderous Kick. Basically, I think 2 Thunderous Kicks kills it, because Thunderous Kick is 90 base power fighting type move, and it lowers the enemy's defense by 1 stage. So again, similar to Luminacrash, as you keep using Thunderous Kick, you keep doing more and more damage. So against Ting-Lu, we have Taunt to stop them from going for Stealth Rock, and then we've got Thunderous Kick to, again, keep lowering their defense. Knockoff is there for coverage, although I also was wondering if Trailblaze could work as well, but we're just going to go with Knockoff for now, and then again, Taunt makes sense. And then I just decided to go Brave Bird with Terra Flying to get off extra damage against, you know, Pokemon like maybe Koraidon on the Switch or Calyrex, just the really strong Pokemon that maybe we wouldn't one-hit KO otherwise, just kind of guaranteeing that, you know, massive damage with Terra Flying boosted Brave Birds. In testing, Chien-Pao did become a little bit of a threat, and I did kind of wish that sometimes I would have a Terra type that would help me against Chien-Pao defensively, like surviving a Icicle Crash or something. But, you know, we're just going to see how it goes. In testing, I know I keep saying that, but honestly, one of the most common Pokemon I brought, I felt like in a lot of games I would bring Espathra, Lugia, and Zapdos, and that was pretty great. So, you know, those are 3 Pokemon that don't see a lot of play in this meta, so it's cool to show them off. So that's the team. Go ahead and try it out if you'd like, and let me know in the comments if you do. And let's get to those games. We have game number 1 against a Calyrex team. My opponent also has, Grimmsnarl, which is pretty interesting. Of course, Grimmsnarl's a tough one against my team because, you know, I can't spam Luminacrash against it, and I also, you know, Zapdos is also not amazing against it because it's a fairy type. But, and the thing is, like, Espathra is great against Glimmora, which is a likely lead, but bad against Grimmsnarl, which is another likely lead. So they have a couple options, and it's kind of like the prediction game. I guess the good question to ask, of course, is how does Lugia look against this team? If it's Dark Urshifu, Lugia does not look great, but if it is Water Urshifu, Lugia will be pretty good. Although Surging Strikes is pretty scary as well, so I'm honestly not sure about Lugia here. I do have Dazzling Gleam on Espathra. I don't think I want to bring Espathra and Zapdos in this game, though. I think I might just lead... Or maybe I do? Flutter Mane seems decent. This is actually kind of rough. Because if I lead Espathra and they lead Grimmsnarl, I feel like I'm starting on the back foot. Okay, fine. We're gonna try it like this. I'm gonna bring Ogerpon just because it's pretty well-rounded, and it doesn't look like they have anything in particular that's like amazing against Ogerpon. Glimmora is also annoying though. Every time I see Glimmora, it's kind of scary. Just because it can do some really annoying things. It can set up Toxic Spikes and sometimes Stealth Rock as well. So we'll see how this battle goes. Let's see, they go for Glimmora. And I led Zapdos. Alright, I lost the prediction. I mean, it's possible they could have led Glimmora and still have Grimmsnarl in the back. I think I'm going to start with a taunt, just see what happens. I think I'm faster. I am naturally faster, but of course I don't have max speed investment, and I'm also not jolly. So if they're like max speed timid, they could outspeed. I don't know what the standard for Glimmora is. I feel like it's another Pokemon that it's pretty solid, and I feel like there's a lot of options for it. So let's see what they do here. If we're slower, yeah, okay, that's awful. So we basically wasted a turn here. Okay, so we're off to a rough start already. I think I just have to Thunderous Kick. Now the problem with Thunderous Kick, of course, is the Toxic Spikes. That's why Glimmora is so good. But I don't know what else I can do here. Mortal Spin. That's not a good move. Yeah, we're just going to have to try to blast through them because our Pokemon are not going to have a lot of survivability. Yeah, there's the Toxic Spikes. It's really bad. See, that's why I'm always afraid of Glimmora, just because, again, they're kind of guaranteed to get up hazards in a lot of cases. And it can be rough to deal with. But it's also, like, not common enough that it's worth it to run, like, Rapid Spin Pokemon or something. I have no idea why my opponent keeps going Mortal Spin, given how much damage it's doing. Like, they must have either they must have either a rock or poison move, right? Because those are its stab, and those would do a lot more damage against me. I don't know if they're trying to not kill me for some reason, but hey, I'll take it. So we killed the Glimmora at a pretty great cost. They got up Stealth Rock and 2 layers of Toxic Spikes. But we are a little bit on the upper hand. If they go into something faster here, of course, they're just going to kill Zapdos, so that's not great for me. And a lot of their team is faster. Not all of them, though. I don't think this is Calyrex. Okay, they go Grimmsnarl here, which I'm actually excited about, because I should be faster. They could go Reflect, but I'm just going to Brave Bird. I'm tempted to Terrasilize just to get off that extra damage. They do go Reflect. Okay. We'll see how much damage this does. It does not do a lot of damage. All right. I was thinking about going for Taunt, but we do survive this next move, so I think we just Brave Bird again. Maybe I should have gone Thunderous Kick the first time, but I don't think it really makes that much of a difference. I guess they could have gone Sucker Punch there, but yeah, they're going to set up those screens. And then I think after that, we're just going to go into... this is actually tough, because I'm like, we could go into Ogerpon, and it would be nice to go for Trailblaze. Like, if we were to kill them with Trailblaze, then it would be worth it to go for Trailblaze, but I don't think we're going to kill them with Trailblaze. I think I want to save Flutter Mane, assuming that... And I don't know that I should make this assumption. I'm assuming that Calyrex is their last Pokemon. And so I'm trying to play towards that, right? But they could also just Terrasilize, so I don't think we're in a good spot here. If Calyrex is their last Pokemon, we're probably going to lose. Unless they just, like, don't Terrasilize, but, like, why wouldn't they? I think, like I said, I think I have to just go Cudgel. If I Trailblaze, they could possibly survive. They might have Sucker Punch here. Okay, they don't. And that does knock them out. I mean, if their last Pokemon's like Ursaluna, this could be good for us, but I highly doubt that. I mean, also they have the Reflect plus the Light Screen, so like no matter who their last Pokemon is, they're taking reduced damage from my moves. And they have the option to Terrasilize. Of course, it is Calyrex. I think Terra Fire Flutter Mane survives an Astral Barrage. Because I'm thinking if I Terrasilize here, I get a special defense boost. But I would have to be banking on getting a crit. Actually, you know what? Let's just see how this goes. I'm pretty sure I survive any move from them with the Terra here. So we're going to Terrasilize. That gives us the special defense boost, and it gives us a boost to our Ivy Cudgel, importantly. See what they do. I should survive any hit from them. I don't know how well I'll survive it. I doubt I'm surviving 2, especially with the poison damage. Oh, they Calm Mind. Okay. We just gotta hope for a crit. Or we gotta hope that we still survive a move from them after this. It's pretty greedy from them. Cudgel. Yeah. We're desperate for that crit. And we need to survive a hit. That rhymed. Let's see. And again, they still have the option to Terrasilize, so even though we have Flutter Mane in the back with booster energy, which means we will outspeed them, our Shadow Ball is not going to be 4 times super effective against them. But they do Terrasilize now, probably to get some damage boost. Oh, it's probably Draining Kiss. Of course, them going Terra Fairy also makes it harder for Flutter Mane because it means that we're probably not going to do a lot of damage to them. So again, we really need that crit from Ivy Cudgel. Otherwise, you know, the game is probably over, which probably is anyway, even if we get a crit. I think crits ignore Reflect. Is that a crit? No, it wasn't. Okay. Yeah, that's probably game. You know, and the sad thing too is that the poison makes it so that if we weren't poisoned, we would survive another Draining Kiss here, so they wouldn't be able to spam Draining Kiss against us, which means that they would be at lower health for when we go into Flutter Mane. So pretty unfortunate all around. I think where I lost this battle was the lead, like choosing that lead. And like I said, I identified, I guess I should have just gone for Espathra, right? But how am I supposed to know that, right? It's like a 50-50. Oops. Yeah, so simply leading with Zapdos, I think, lost me this battle. And maybe I should have just switched earlier, but also, I didn't really have a good Pokemon to deal with Glimmora. Like, I guess if they were not Focus Sash, which I'm not sure about one way or the other, if they were not Focus Sashed, then Ivy Cudgel might be able to one-hit KO them. And, of course, we would still get up 1 layer of Toxic Spikes, but yeah, that was tough. I do think leading with Zapdos kind of cost me that game. Lugia might have been a decent Pokemon to bring in this battle after all. I mean, of course, I would be afraid of the poison. Of course, Lugia is immune to Toxic Spikes, but as we saw there, Glimmora has Mortal Coil, which poisons. So I would just have to be aware of that. But if I had gotten in Lugia, Lugia could have been a good potential answer. But hey, it's 50-50, or hindsight, it's not 50-50. Hindsight is 20-20, right? That's the saying. Let's go to game 2. All right, interesting. We've got the Dusk Mane Necrozma, which is kind of a scary threat as well. And I think Espathra, I mean, once again, they have Chien-Pao, but I think I still want to bring Espathra here. I don't know what they would want to lead with. I actually like Zapdos as well. Thunderous Kick is great against Chien-Pao if we can, you know, survive. Great against Dondozo, and it has a chance. Well, I mean, of course, Necrozma is a psychic type, so that's pretty scary. I'm not so sure about Lugia in the face of Dondozo because they ignore all of our boosts. I would have to get crits with Aeroblast. I do have Psychic Noise. You know, I'm just gonna bring it. This is a Lugia battle, or this is a Lugia team. Why not show off Lugia? But I do like with this team how there are options where, you know, even if I don't bring Lugia, I mean, I think Espathra is just a great Pokemon. Like, it's just such a great support Pokemon. It can make a lot of your other Pokemon better. By the way, I am going to look towards changing my trainer card just to mix things up. Oh, they do lead this thing. Not super surprising, but I don't know. I think I'll go Protect here. Just see what they do. Again, we do have Dazzling Gleam specifically for these dark types. I'm just going to see what they do here. Like, if they Sucker Punch, maybe we just follow up with a Baton Pass into Zapdos. They do Icicle Crash. Interesting. I think I'm just going to Gleam. I'd like to Baton Pass into Zapdos, but if they Icicle Crash again, we just die. So let's just go Gleam and see what happens. They could just go Sucker Punch now. Sure. Okay, do they have any Dark-type moves? Okay, that does a lot of damage. I will take that. And they go Crash, which we survive. And they haven't shown Sucker Punch yet. Oh, I'm so tempted to Baton Pass here. If we successfully Baton Pass with Zapdos, that's huge. But I think I just need to play it safe. They have Ice Shard, okay. Alright, well, Ice Shard's better for them. Because I was thinking if they have Sucker Punch, like, obviously it would fail if I Baton Pass. But here, we would die either way, so it's kind of fine. I mean, we can't switch Zapdos into a Chien Pao, so we go into Lugia here, and I think we just go Aeroblast. Again, Dondozo is awful for us. Maybe I should just Terrastalize now. I honestly, I should have Terrastalized here. Yeah. Because I don't think we really need... Oh, cool, they switch. I don't think we're going to need to Terrastalize Zapdos in this battle. They're probably going into Dondozo. Oh, they go Goldango. Wow. All right, we don't have something for Goldango. We don't have a move for Goldango. And, I mean, in fact, the rest of my team is really bad against Goldango, but I'm going to go into Zapdos here. I'm kind of thinking they might go for, like, Trick here with the Choice Scarf, trying to trick it onto Lugia, so I think I'm fine going into Zapdos. If they trick me a Choice Scarf here, that's great. Well, maybe not great, but that could work out in our favor. And they do go for Trick. Is it Choice Scarf or Choice Specs? If it's Scarf, I'd be happier. There we go. See, just as I expected, right? And let's go ahead and go for Knockoff here. That's something they might not be expecting. Of course, if they switch, that's pretty bad for me, but we'll see how this plays out. I hope they don't switch or Terra. I guess if they Terra, we could hit them with Thunderous Kick later. But of course, we're Choice Scarf, so we'd have to switch out first and then go back in. They're thinking... Nice. Please kill. Ooh, okay, I'll take that. So we also knock off the Life Orb, so whatever move they go for... Ooh, it's... Okay, that's scary. I was going to say, whatever that move they go for, you know, we're guaranteed to kill. Or... Whatever move they go for, it's less powerful because we knocked off the Life Orb. Although, the funny thing is, if we hadn't knocked off the Life Orb, they would die right there, but it doesn't end up mattering. So now, they go back into Chien Pao probably. Huh. I'm expecting, you know what? I'm expecting a Ice Shard. If they go Crash, I mean, either way, we take the hit really well. If they go Icicle Crash, there's also a chance they could miss. I'm sure they're just going Ice Shard, though. They are. We take very little damage from that, even though it's super effective. And then we get that Keyberry boost. And I'm just going to Terrastalize now, like I should have done earlier. And I think I'm going to just Aeroblast. Because whatever move they go for, we're going to take it pretty well because we are at +1 defense. Oh, they switch. Interesting. Okay. Who's it going to be? Oh, of course it's Necrozma. Huh. They're probably gonna Dragon Dance. This is actually pretty scary. What could I do here? Yeah, this thing is gonna destroy me, I think. Because we don't have any moves to hit it pretty hard. It's funny because when I was testing with this team... Man, that's so funny. When I was testing with this team, I actually had Aeroblast and Shadow Ball. But Shadow Ball was awkward in most cases, and I just ended up choosing Double Stab for this, Aeroblast and Psychic Noise. Oh, they're Calm Mind. Interesting. Oh, that's even worse, actually, because... I mean, I'm not surviving 2 hits from this. Okay. Knockoff is super effective, but they could have weakness policy. I don't know. They're terastallizing. I wonder what it's going to be. Is it Terra? If it's Terra Normal, that'd be hilarious. But I'm probably going to lose this battle too. Terra Water? Interesting. How do we do this? Well, you know what? I kind of feel like this could be winnable. Ah, that's annoying. Is that Keyberry? Yeah, it's Keyberry. Just like mine. Wow, that's greedy. That's so greedy. I mean, they also have a recovery move. They have Morning Sun. And I cannot taunt them. I just have to spam Thunderous Kick. Eventually, they're going to have to kill me, though. Because if I just keep spamming Thunderous Kick, they're dead. Anyways, going back to what I was saying about the Shadow Ball. I had Shadow Ball, but I decided to switch it because I thought just having a Psychic move would be better. And if this is the one situation where I was wrong and I in fact should have kept the Shadow Ball, because that, well, I guess it doesn't end up mattering anyway because now they're a water type, right? I'm gonna go Aeroblast here, honestly. I'm Aeroblasting. I don't care. I don't care, Oblast. If we're I don't think we're faster. Oh, please crit, please crit. No, we needed the crit. We needed the crit. We're probably dead. I'm gonna Aeroblast again. I just need all the luck I can get. Oh, so close. We're probably, oh no, they Morning Sun. Okay. That is it, everyone. Oh, how do we win? We just need a crit. I mean, that's frankly it. That rhymed. Actually, I have Psychic Noise, which would have prevented them from healing, but I don't know. They're already at +2 special attack and special defense, so we're already at a disadvantage. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Let's start with a recover. I don't think we're winning this. It's possible. It's just all about prediction, and like I said, they already have an advantage over me because they're at +2 special attack and special defense, and they just can freely go for it again. Yeah. I'm gonna Aeroblast. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's the crit. Oh, what is this gonna do? Isn't that a physical move? Wow. No! Why did I do that? That was the stupidest thing I've ever done. Oh my god. Oh god. I mean, I kill them here, but then they have Chin Pao. Wow. Oh my god. Why did I don't know why I did that. I mean, I can't tell you why I did that. I don't know if, like, I was expecting them to switch or, like something subconscious made me do that. We're dead here. There's no way we survive unless they have to make a misplay as well. We had the win. We had the win. That's insane. We had... Well, actually, no. I forgot they were faster than me anyway. We had the win. Well, actually, no. We didn't have the win. Never mind. Never mind. I take that back. I guess it doesn't matter. Because, I don't know, for some reason I was thinking, like, they were just going to Ice Shard me. For some reason, that was, like, the whole thought in my mind is that Chin Pao's going to go Ice Shard. So it doesn't matter because I was kind of not thinking about the fact that Chien-Pao is always going to be faster than me no matter what. So given that they have Sacred Sword, they would just always go for that. So even if I had not missed against Necrozma, even if I had chosen the right move, Psychic Noise, which is 100% accurate, or if I had hit the Aeroblast and knocked out the Necrozma and I was at like, you know, half health about, then they go into Chien-Pao and probably just knock me out with the Sacred Sword. So I don't think it really mattered that I missed, but it's just really funny that that happened. And we actually had a chance. We actually, you know, for a long time, I think from early on in that battle, I was thinking to myself, there's no way I'm winning this. But towards the end, it was looking like we definitely had a chance. And it didn't work out. It just didn't work out that way. All right, one more battle here. Let's see if we can end this on a high note. I like Zapdos here because, of course, they do have the Ting Lu. But the funny thing is, my Zapdos is pretty bad against their Zapdos. So if I lead Zapdos, I'm going to need to bring stuff that can help against all that. I think Ogerpon's pretty decent here. Well, decent against Kyogre. I think Ogerpon's decent all around, actually. Although, of course, Iron Bundle is a big problem. I do think I like Lugia here as well. The question is, do I actually just want to lead with Zapdos? And I'm going to say yes. Right? If I lead Espathra, I guess they could lead Kyogre. I'm just trying to think, like, if I lead Espathra and they lead Ting Lu, obviously that's bad. Is it really that bad, though? I could just Dazzling Gleam. They'll set up Stealth Rock. I could Dazzling Gleam again, maybe. See what they do. Maybe Baton Pass at some point. Whatever. We're gonna run it like this. And this really shows, like, I do a lot of testing on Pokemon Showdown, and, you know, it's very different. Like, I feel like when I play a team on Showdown, like, I usually build it in-game when it feels like the team clicks, when it feels like it's fun and the team is doing well and I can win a good amount of games. That's when I transfer it over to the in-game, you know, ladder. But sometimes the metas are very different. Like, you know, I wasn't really expecting a Necrozma, right? Maybe that's something I should always be aware of. Yeah, of course they do lead Kyogre. Oh, man. I'm sure they're faster. Oh, but I could just go into Ogerpon with Water Absorb. The problem is Kyogre has really good coverage. It's a scary Pokemon. It's a terrifying Pokemon. It hits really hard, and it also has amazing coverage. With Water, Ice, and Electric, it could just freely spam Thunder. So if they make a prediction here... Actually, maybe it's just right for my opponent to just click Thunder here. So maybe this is really bad on my part. But either way, one of my Pokemon is dying if they go Thunder. Yeah, they do go Thunder. Oh, we take that really well, though, so I'm happy about that. And now we can just... Now we can just Trailblaze, actually. Given that we take that hit really well, yeah. And now the Rain is set up, so our Ivy Cudgel is going to be doing more damage against Zapdos. Oh, I like that. Of course, my opponent could go Terra Water here. But I'm just going to click Cudgel. Oh, no way! You got to be kidding me. Oh, man. Of course that's going to happen. And Rocky Helmet. Oh, man. They're probably going to go Hurricane. If they don't Hurricane, though, I should be able to take a hit pretty well. Oh, of course that's going to happen. I mean, Ogerpon was kind of my best bet against Kyogre. So, we just need to set up with Lugia, really. We need to get a little lucky with Lugia. Okay. Probably back into Kyogre. Yeah. Wow, that does so much damage. I'm just going to Cudgel again, given that damage. I'm probably dead here. Possibly not, but very likely, yeah. Man. All right. What's our speed stat looking like? 149. Oh, they're this. Of course, they're the same. I don't think there's a world where I'm faster than them, right? Let's just go Lugia here. Like, I'm a little hesitant to set up this early. The worst case scenario is if they have Ting Lu with Whirlwind. You know, that's pretty bad. But if they don't have Ting Lu, and we can just get a lot of boosts here, we can put ourselves in a really, really good position. I'm going Terra Normal because none of their moves are going to do a lot of damage against me once I'm a normal type, right? We will not take super effective damage from Thunder or Ice Beam in that case. So we're free to just do this, like take a hit really easily and then set up a Calm Mind. The scary thing though is if they paralyze me. Which, why wouldn't that happen, right? Okay, we don't get paralyzed the first time. That's good. Let's go ahead and Calm Mind again, which is kind of greedy. Actually, they're probably going to switch now. So I think I'm just going to fire off an Aeroblast right now. Expecting potentially a Ting Lu. Or whatever answer they have. Honestly, if they don't have Ting Lu, I don't see how they deal with a Lugia. Especially if I start setting up more Calm Minds. Yeah. Even if they go Zapt... I mean, if they go Zapdos here, that's pretty annoying. They do have the Ting Lu. Okay. I'm kind of glad I just went for one Calm Mind in that case. Because if I had just gone... Well, I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't do very much. But we're going to go for it again. This is a situation where I really wish I had... Actually, maybe well, I don't know. It's a tough one. Where I really wish I had Trailblaze on Zapdos. Ruination. Okay. I mean, they're gonna have Whirlwind, so it's kind of dumb to keep going Calm Mind, but I'm gonna do it. I'm not afraid of Ting Lu killing me. It's just going to be annoying once they set up Stealth Rock. I'm just going to go for Calm Mind here, see what they do. They go Earthquake. Yeah, that's scary. That's scary damage. I need to recover now, even though they're probably going to Whirlwind now. Because now they have to, like, now they're seeing that I'm going for Calm Mind, and I got the defense boost, so, like, nothing they do is going to do anything to me. So now they're like, oh, I have to Whirlwind them away. So I'd like to go Aeroblast here to potentially get that crit, but yeah, we just have to play it safe. Wow, they switch. Do they not have Whirlwind? If they don't have Whirlwind, that's huge, because once again, I can just set up for days. They're going into Zapdos. Interesting. I wonder why. Unless Zapdos has Whirlwind. Does Zapdos learn Whirlwind? If I'm faster than Zapdos, that's huge. Perfect, yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, because now they cannot heal. Now they can't go Roost. Okay, Thunder Wave, that makes sense. But once again, I'm just going to well... I'm going to Calm Mind. I'm not afraid of them killing me. Oh, this is scary. I went Calm Mind here. I should have probably just gone Psychic Noise. That was probably dumb. I went Calm Mind just because I was like, I'm not certain another Psychic Noise kills. But once again, like, they're not going to be doing that much damage against me. And see, this is actually a reason why I'm kind of glad I went for Calm Mind again, because I felt like they might just go into Kyogre. And if I Calm Mind again, then I'm more likely to survive a hit from Kyogre, because they are in rain now, so their water moves are going to be doing great. Did I get fully paralyzed there? I wasn't really paying attention. This is tough because I want to recover. I'm just going to Psychic Noise, though. That might be a mistake. Because I feel like 2 strong water moves probably kill me. Man. Wow, yeah, that's... We need to get the kill here. I feel like I don't know. This is a rough one all around. What? Terra Blast? Is there only other water move? What? That's a weird one. Okay, please kill, bro. Ah, yes, 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 we'll take that. Beautiful. Okay, so, I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident now. Like, whatever they go into here, I have to recover. Although, if it's Ting Lu, I'm actually not that afraid. The thing about Ting Lu is that I'm just not doing that much damage to it. It is Zapdos, okay. I'm just gonna Psychic Noise now. Okay. Please don't confuse or I'm gonna scream. Beautiful. Beautiful. That is, I think that's game. Because now, even if Lugia dies, we have our Zapdos in the back. And, of course, their Ting Lu cannot Terrasilize, so they're always going to be weak to Thunderous Kick, if that makes sense. So now, I think what I do at this point, I'm just going to spam Aeroblast until one of us dies. And then if it's me who dies, I will go into my Zapdos. Yes, perfect. Okay. That's a nice way to get a win at the end there, because I was like, am I going to go 0-3 in this video? But I still think the team looked great, and even in those games where I lost, I like showing the losses in a lot of cases, because it's like, it still gets to show like my thought process with the team, and you get to kind of see the decisions I make and the justifications for them. And sometimes I make the wrong decisions, of course, and it's all a learning experience, right? Of course, sometimes I lose no matter what I do. Like, it's like, oh, I did this, but I still lost, right? Or, you know, I made the right play, the quote-unquote right play, but, you know, they still critted me or whatever the case, right? But it's still fun to show off the battles either way. So I hope you got a good idea of the team there. And again, I really like this team. When I was testing with it, it felt really good. And it does feel like a lot of teams are just not prepared for it, as we saw in that game. Moral of the story, run Whirlwind on your Ting Lu. Actually, don't, because I hate facing those Ting Lus with Whirlwind, but I love playing Ting Lu myself, so... anyways, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Please leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet videos. Let me know if you have any team suggestions or Pokemon suggestions as well. As you've been seeing, I've been running a lot of, like, unconventional Pokemon, because that's kind of what I like to do. I do have a Koraidon team that I've been building that has been looking really strong, so maybe I'll show that off pretty soon as well, even though I already showed Koraidon, but it's a strong Pokemon for good reason. But yeah, so that was the games. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet videos, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to leave a comment as well, because I love hearing your thoughts about everything. I do always read them. I know I'm not the best at replying to them, but I do always read them. And maybe today I'll pin a lucky comment. Thank you very much. Have a good one.